Morning Primary 5. Today we are going to complete Unit 3, Macmillan, cliffhanger. Okay, let's take the new words. Number 1, it's a verb, snort. Snort means to make a noise through nose, like but through nose. To make a noise through nose, like the picture here on the right. Snort, to make a noise through nose. Number 2, book. Book here, it's a verb which means reserve. I book a ticket to Alexandria, which means I reserve a place in a train, on a train, sorry. So book means to arrange to do something. It's a verb which means to buy a ticket or to reserve a place on a plane or on a train. Okay, this is called book a ticket. Okay. Number 3, sniff means to smell something. Sniff means to smell, like the dogs, they are sniffing for food, searching for food. Okay, so sniff means discover a smell using nose. Like this, like smelling. Okay, but you discover the smell when you smell with your nose something. You say, it's a cake, it's lunch. Okay, this is called sniffing, to use your nose to discover the smell. Number 4, whiz. Do you remember when we read the text, the boy wanted to whiz in the air, which means to move fast, to disappear. Whiz is a verb. Whiz, doubling, we don't spell the doubling in English, we spell it as one letter. Okay, whiz, the H is silent. Whiz means to move fast. Number 5, okay, it's our phonics. Okay, sorry for the arrangement of the numbers mistake. Okay, today we are taking our phonics by changing the adjectives into nouns. Okay, and they are abstract nouns as well. Okay, so these adjectives, they end with ent, and we are going to remove it and put ence to make an abstract noun. Okay, so we are going today to form abstract nouns from an adjective by removing the adjective which ends with ent. We are going to remove ent or delete ent, and we put ence. Okay, let's take the adjectives first. Number 1, obedient. Obedient means someone who does the orders without any refuse. Okay, when I tell you stop talking and you stop talking, so you are obedient. When I tell you do your homework and you are doing your homework, so you are obedient. Drink milk and you drink milk, so you are obedient. Obedient is an adjective which means you are doing the orders without any refuse. The opposite is disobedient. So the person who doesn't accept the orders, so he is disobedient. Okay, number 14, which is number 6. Okay, intelligent is an adjective which means able to understand easily. We all know what is the meaning of intelligent. He's an intelligent boy, he is a clever boy. Okay, who understands things easily. Okay, the next one, silent Silent means with no sound. Be silent or keep silent. Don't make any sound, okay? Silent, silent. It's an adjective which means with no sound. The opposite is noisy. The opposite of silent is noisy. The last word, violent. Violent means using force. Violent means using force or very strong or very angry with punishment, okay? Who makes and which means يعني I mean he's very tough, violent. He gets angry quickly. Okay, violent, violent. We took it before, okay? Which means very strong. Now it's phonics time to make abstract nouns from adjectives. To make abstract nouns from adjectives. Number one, we are going in, as I told you, by adding ence at the end of the adjectives, by removing ent. Here the adjective obedient, the abstract noun from it is obedience. Do you remember unit 1 when we took abstract nouns, which means they are nouns that you can't touch or see, but you can feel or show? Okay, so I can show obedience. I can show silence. I can show violence. Okay? This is the abstract noun. Number 2, silent. The abstract noun from silent is silence. Silence. Okay? The no sound. You can hear nothing. There is silence in the cave. There is silence and darkness in the cave. Number 3, intelligent, intelligence, intelligence. Or we can add CE instead of T, okay? But the rule is to add ENCE by cancelling ENT and put ENCE, okay? Violent, it became violence, violence. There is violence when there is a storm. Or there is violence when the sea is rough, okay? Let's take our grammar today. It's about the present perfect tense. Present perfect tense. What's the present perfect tense? Listen well to me. The present perfect tense is the unfinished time. Okay? What is the meaning of unfinished time? Let's compare with the past simple tense and the present perfect tense. The past simple tense speaks about an action happened and finished in the past. It's finished, the finished time. So we use past simple tense. Sorry. But for the present perfect tense, something is happening in the past and is still happening in the present, or it is not finished in the present. So we use the present perfect tense. Present perfect tense. So what's the present perfect tense? It's a tense we use to express the unfinished time, the action that happened in the past and is still found in the present. Like you began learning 3 years ago or 4 years ago and you are still learning, so we are using this is called the present perfect. So have you finished learning? No, you don't finish learning, so this is called the unfinished time. So we use the present perfect tense to express the unfinished time. How to make present perfect tense? We are doing two things. First, we are using verb to have or has in the present, have or has. Then the past participle of the verb, the past participle of the verb. Okay, the PP of the verb. Okay, you are supposed to take this last year. Okay, So now it's a new tense for you. So the present perfect tense is the unfinished time, the action that began in the past and is still not finished in the present. Okay, like learning. Okay, so we are going to use have or has plus the past participle of the verb. Past participle of the verb. Okay, the keywords of the tense is just, already, for, since, never, ever, and yet. Just, already, for, since, never, ever, and yet. Okay? Like these examples, I have just been to Luxor. She has already cooked food. They have written their homework. Okay? And I'll show you a list for the past participle verbs. Okay, here look at these examples. Where can you see just and already? Where can you see just and already? Between the helping verb and the second verb. Between the helping verb and the second verb. Between have and been. Between has and could. Between the two verbs. So we put just already and never between the two verbs. But yet we put yet at the end of the sentence or the end of the question. Yet comes in the negative sentence and we put it at the end of the sentence or the end of the question. Okay? Ever comes in the question between the subject and the second verb. As I say, have you ever been to London? Have you ever been to London? So we put ever between the subject and the second verb. Okay? Just, already, never, they come between the helping verb and the second verb and the past participle يعني. Okay, ever comes between the subject and the second verb. Yet comes at the end of the sentence or the end of the question. Okay, yet comes in the negative and the question. Okay, for and since, they came at the end of the sentence. Okay, and they are followed by time. Since Monday, for 3 weeks. Okay, okay. Never. Never has the meaning of the negative, but with never we don't put not. We don't put not. Okay, never means negative, but we don't put not with never. Okay, as I say, I have never eaten spaghetti. I have never eaten spaghetti. If I want to put not, so I remove never and put not and yet. As I haven't eaten spaghetti yet. I haven't eaten spaghetti yet. So with never we don't put not. And with not we put yet. Okay? And we remove never. She has never played tennis. She has never played tennis. It expresses the negative meaning, but we don't put not. Example 2. I haven't been to Luxor yet. I haven't been to Luxor yet. Here with yet we put a not. We must put not with yet. And we must put yet with not. Okay? They haven't written their homework. They haven't written their homework. Okay? Yes or no question. By the way, ever comes only in the yes or no question. Do you understand? Okay. Look at the examples. Have you ever been to Luxor? Here we have ever between you and been, between the subject and the second verb. Have you ever been to Luxor? No, I have never been to Luxor. Has he traveled to Aswan yet? No, he hasn't traveled to Aswan yet. The second verb is the same all the time. Have they done their homework? Yes, they have done their homework. Okay, do you understand? Okay. Another thing I want to add, that the verbs in the past simple, they were regular, like played, played, used, traveled, cried. The regular verbs in the past simple tense, they are the same in the past participle. Okay, but the verbs who were irregular, like went, like so, like had, in the past simple tense, they became irregular in the past participle as well. Okay, and I'm going one day to show you. Here we are going to use since and for. How to use since and how to use for. After for comes hours, days, week, indefinite time. Okay, time which is not clear. Okay, 3 weeks, 3 days, without names, يعني without names. Okay, but with sense we say since 3 o'clock we are writing a specific time. Okay, since Sunday, since March, since 2010, since last Monday, since I was a kid. Okay, this is the meaning of past simple. Since I was at the club, this is the meaning of past simple here. Okay, so with for we write an opening time, like since 3 hours, since 5 days, since a week. Sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I mean for, I'm sorry. For 3 hours, for 5 days, for a week, for a month, for a year, for the last summer. Okay? This is the meaning of the usage of for. Okay? So we will have examples how to change from for to since and from since to for. Okay? They haven't seen them for 3 years. They haven't seen them since 2008. You're going to calculate, okay? Do you understand? So with for we use an opening time, like saying for 4 hours, 4 days, for a month, for a week. But with since we must say a specific time, since 3 o'clock, since Sunday, since March, since 2010, since last winter, since she was a teacher. Okay, do you understand? Now let's take these exercises. Let's answer them. The boy is space. He answers all the questions. We here want to choose an adjective. So the boy is intelligent. He answers all the questions. Number 2, you can't know with we have the here. We are going to choose the noun. You can't know the difference between the two brothers. Okay? The hurricane was describing. Here we are describing the hurricane, so we are going to choose violent. The hurricane was violent, it damaged many houses. Here we have a question number 4, so we are going to choose ever. Between the subject and the second verb, we choose ever. Number 5, has he eaten Chinese food? At the end of the question or the end of the negative sentence, we choose yet. Has he eaten Chinese food yet? Number 6, I have never. Here we have have helping verb and we have never, so it's a present perfect form. So we are going to choose the BB, which is been, the past participle, which is been. Number 7, He has seen, or he saw, or he see a polar bear 2 days ago. 2 days ago is past simple. Don't forget. 2 days ago is past simple. Don't mix the tenses. Yesterday, last, and ago, we are using past simple tense. But with never, just, ever, already, yet, since, and for, we are using present perfect tense. Present perfect tense. So here we are going to choose saw. He saw a polar bear 2 days ago. Don't mix the tenses. Okay? Let's take the rewrite. No, I have never climbed a mountain. No, I have never climbed a mountain. Have capital. So we are going to cancel no and the comma and never. Have you ever climbed a mountain? Have you ever climbed a mountain? Okay, so in the yes or no question, we are using ever. He hasn't eaten fish yet. He hasn't eaten fish yet. We want to put never. When we put never, we cancel not and yet. Okay? He has never eaten fish. He has never eaten fish. So we cancelled not and we cancelled yet and we put never only. He has never eaten fish. They have been to London for 3 years. They have been to London for 3 years. I want to put ago. So I want to change the sentence from the present perfect to the past simple. Okay? By the way, when I see have been or has been in the past simple, we remove have been and has been and we put went. We change have been and has been into went. So, and we cancel for, of course. They went to London 3 years ago. They went to London 3 years ago. I have never ridden a horse. I want to put yet, so we are going to put not. If we put not and yet, we remove never. I haven't ridden a horse yet. I haven't ridden a horse yet. The jacket, something new. The jacket belongs to the boy. I want to put boys apostrophe s. Boy apostrophe s. This is the boy's jacket. This is the boy's jacket. I hope you enjoyed and you understood. Thanks for listening and see you again.